All right, back with another prison episode. You guys already know what time it is, man. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. I want to talk to you guys how to avoid not to go to prison. Now, when you're in prison, you want to try to avoid politics. When you're in prison, you try to avoid rules and regulation. But I want to say prison either can make you or it can either break you. See, prison, you in there with a bunch of women. Reason I say all that is, men gossip like women. And yes, there's lifers. And see, for every lifer, there's booty bandit. See, for every lifer, there's extortion. People can be sexually, violated, bullied. People are extorted any fashion and way. See, when you're in prison, you see the toughest people even fall. And see, when I was in High Desert, 3 doors down from an incident, a brother named of Steve was violated, was sexually extorted from his cellie. His cellie goes by the name of Passion. See, I didn't heard Passion. See, this is not Purple Passion. But Passion was a lifer. He was a booty bandit. And, Passion was down for 16 years. Passion was running store. So anything you need, Passion will have it. So, a lot of the first timers, they wasn't aware of these politics and rules. See, very first timer, Passion, was on. What I mean, when Passion was on, Passion had a green light, with inmates, especially when it was their first rodeo. Passion, he always introduced himself as Passion. And this is how Passion gets some of these inmates. He will front you. You know, he'll ask you, you need anything? And then he'll invite you over. See, how passion do, passion will front you what you want. And then from there, he find opportunity where he'll get the caseworker involved. And so the situation with Passion and Steve, Passion liked Steve. And Passion was willing to give Steve anything that he needed. See, during that time, Passion, he didn't have a cellie. And see, I had my single cell, you know, because CO didn't put me in the cell with anybody at that time. But when I seen Stevie coming in, I knew right then and there that he was going into the cell with Passion. Mind you, Passion already hand, you know, and already front Stevie with some stuff. Now this was already sent before Steve moved in the cell with Passion. Now, you know, it was late night. You know, I was hearing screams. And it was three cells down. I'm in cell 47. Passion was in cell 50. You know, for 3 doors, brothers and sisters, I'm hearing screams from 3 doors down. Next thing you know, I didn't hear the screams anymore. But you can imagine that Steve was being extorted, was assaulted. And it was so bad that I remember, you know, for 3 days, Stevie didn't come out, Passion didn't come out. You know, in those 3 days, everybody went to chow. You know, everybody was wondering what's going on, you know, with Passion and Steve. And then someone told me that, did you hear screaming the other night? And, you know, I started saying to myself, I know I was not the only one hearing the scream. But, you know, it went on, you know, after the 3 days. And, you know, it got to a point, you know, Passion got to a point, he raped Stevie to a point that you just hearing mourn and all the mourning you was hearing. And next thing you know, they called us out from our tier time. And mind you, I'm 3 doors down, and we come out. And I remember, the brother was saying, damn, it smelled foul in cell 50, man. And, people coming out and say, what's that smell? And, you can just, smell, nothing but ass, butt, and, a lot of people coming by joking and said, man, what's that? Man, what's that about, man? What's Passion going up in Stevie, man? What's that about, man? Man, I'm like, I don't know, man, and, everybody play like they didn't, they didn't hear nothing and know nothing. Meanwhile, Passion came out, and mind you, man, Passion, he's 6'5", man, 250 pounds, man. Nobody want to say nothing when a dude that size, that big, really, you don't want to say much, when Passion around. But man, I will never forget, the day, the time of this incident. And, to say all this, man, Stevie really have to, I won't say man, but really, he didn't know what he was up against, man. And, basically, man, Passion made him his bait, man, made him his woman, man. And, now, everybody look at, Steve as he been, extorted, raped, one of the most sick, and gruesome. But anyways, you guys, this is your brother Howard, man. Like I said, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with another episode, man. Till then, peace.